What the people will see, it's kind of a secret work in a way, and a secret story of a woman, an artist, who tries to describe what it is to live in China these days when you are an artist or an intellectual or a scholar. In China today there are two different artistic scenes in a way. There is a kind of an official artistic scenes, very hot best-selling painters and movie directors which are approved by the regime. And there is another artistic scene which we don't hear about. And Liu Xia, of course, belonged to the other scene, what I call the underground artistic scene, where you have painters, poets, writers, and movie directors, which we have not yet discovered and which we will discover one day.
In the case of Liu Xia, she has never been one of the favorites of the propaganda authorities of the regime, but neither was she seen as a threat because her work was too experimental. It's her connection to Liu Xiaobo that has made her into a threat in their eyes. When he won the Nobel Peace Prize, the Chinese government cracked down on a lot of his friends, and certainly on the two of them. They were living together at that time. And then they grabbed him, arrested him, sentenced him, and sent him away again. And they have forced her to be a political symbol now. She's not a political person, but the government has made her into a political symbol by placing her under this very tight house arrest, cutting off her contact with the outside world most of the time, and making us pay attention to the extra-legal way in which she is being treated.
When you look at the photos, you understand that the artist is not free to go and that she can take photos in the apartment because she's not allowed to go out of the apartment. She's expressing this impossibility to breathe freely by using dolls which she calls ugly babies, which the ugly dolls with distorted face. She put these dolls in just in situation in her apartment, in front of books, and she's able with this very simple technique to convey the oppression of the Chinese regime. You look at these photos, you know nothing about Liu Xia, and first of all, you immediately understand that these photos are Chinese, even if there is nothing Chinese about the photos. It's not a landscape of China, but there is a kind of an aesthetic, black and white dimension, which of course is rooted in the Chinese artistic and calligraphic tradition. So they are Chinese, even if nothing says that it's made in China.
The Chinese government is investing a lot of money in soft power. They're doing a lot of public relations. They're creating overseas media. They're creating overseas television and stuff like that. And part of it is they're very happy about the global popularity of Chinese movies, Chinese paintings, they would like Chinese literature to be more popular, but actually a government can't control those things. So some of the popularity of Chinese art on the international art market and in Beijing as well is art that doesn't threaten the government, and some of it the government thinks is a threat.